Go ahead and start recording. I hope everybody had a nice Thanksgiving. That was in the United States. And I don't think Canada's on yet. I think Sveta's supposed to be joining. I know Anna and Lauren are on, and they just got back from Canada. I want to congratulate Luann. I hope we can see your face. I'm going to have Jackie share. Luann, are you there?
I'm here. Can you see? You can't see me?
We love to see your face. Awesome.
Oh, there I am.
Awesome. Well, we have a new Pro 3 in the house, and congratulations. That's huge. And I'm going to turn it over to Jackie so that Jackie can, just share the accolades and everything. And the growth I have seen in Luann is like, I don't know what happened, but maybe it was NAD.
Yes, totally.
It's really fun to see the evolution. And in fact, before we get started, I just wanted to share a little card that I pulled today. And it says, I want continual joyous growth. And that's really what I'm seeing that's happening with so many people. And let me mute everybody for just right now, but and then unmute yourself when you speak. But even with this promotion that's happening, whether you're doing it or not, those that are doing it, whether you get 1 point or 3 points a day, which has been me, I'm still doing the action, and it is just really, I think, very important. Angel's going to speak to that as well on this call today. So I'm really excited about a lot of things that are happening, but I'm just going to read you. I am a growth seeking being, and it is exhilarating to remember that expansion is not only natural, but inevitable. I love knowing that joy is simply a choice. So since my expansion is inevitable, I choose to have it in joy. And I just love that because I feel that people are really doing that. From Mia's live Facebook yesterday, she did with Dawn, just sharing the snow. That was just bringing joy to people, right? I was like, oh yeah, don't take me inside yet, even though inside was beautiful. I loved outside and just seeing the snow. But anyway, just tapping into joy. I think it's just so powerful. So with that, Jackie, take it away and unmute yourself. And then Luann, when you're sharing, unmute yourself.
Well, I'm just really, really proud of Luann. It's been great having her on board. She came on board probably about 1.5 years ago. And at the very beginning, like myself and everybody else who's come before, we always try to do it differently until all of a sudden one day the light bulb goes off and says, okay, let's just follow the program. And she has become a hyper enroller. I'm so proud of her. It's like every day in my back office, another person. And she's got some incredible new distributors on board, as well as some other potentials that are still out there that we're working on, bringing on board. So she's a nurse practitioner. And when I brought this to her, at the beginning, she didn't really know anything about Nerf 2. I was kind of like talking a different language. And I'm like, okay. But then she was in a class and she was online taking a class about probiotics. And next thing I know, she's calling me. She's like, is this the thing you were talking to me about? And I'm like, yeah. And it was like, so it's getting out there. And we know that this is going more mainstream now. We know that the information is getting out there. So I'm just excited. I'm so proud of you, Luann. I'm just, I really appreciate your always positivity. And, I'm gonna start putting together a Facebook and digital learning class, because I don't mind helping her. She's so cute. She was like, if you have a minute, can you call me? And I'm helping her. Not a problem. So please call me anytime. Let me help you. So Luann, it's over to you.
And I just want to say something. Luann, in the midst of all of this happening, she's back east and her father-in-law passes away. And the day he passed away, is that the day that you became a Pro 3?
Oh my God.
Yes.
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Yes. Yeah, it was.
I don't know.
It was, Luann. It was. I know you weren't paying attention, but I did. But I didn't want to send you any cheers or anything that day. I figured that was a solemn day to deal with that. So
thank you. Well, that's interesting. Very interesting. And Thank you, Jackie. That was just really beautiful. I don't know. I have a secret love affair with Jackie Shore.
We all do.
You know, there's so many different types of people in this organization. That's why it's so amazing to me because, like, you know, okay, so I'm a nurse practitioner, right? So I had, and when guys, when they say doctors, nurse practitioners, physician's assistants, we have never heard of NRF2 pathways before. Never. We mean that. It's not something that comes up. If we learned it in biochemistry, it was because we were being meticulous at taking notes one day and it went in one ear and out the other. And yeah, no, we have no idea what it is. So I am very grateful that I was allowed to take time to really digest it and figure out what it is. And that is part of what I do now when I'm sharing with other people. I don't ever have an expectation that when I share something with somebody that they're going to jump on board. My expectation is that they'll respect me as the messenger and that I can share something with them. And if it's something that grows with them and becomes something that's part of them, that's wonderful. And if it's not, don't shoot the messenger, right? So it's interesting that I come from the East Coast and I feel so blessed that because of my husband and my son and just the way my life has been rolling, I've made it to the Southwest because I'm a Pennsylvania girl. And my first job was at the University of Pennsylvania Hospital, which is like the East Coast, one of the East Coast meccas for research and evidence-based practice, blah, blah, blah. And guys, they don't know about biohacking. They have no idea. And medicine, I've practiced on the East Coast, I've practiced in the Midwest, and now I'm so, so very blessed to be in Arizona and be surrounded by amazing biohacker groups. You know, this is just uniquely different, and I get it when people are turning the cheek because this is not something that's the way traditional education in medicine has ever been passed out. And that's why I love that slide in our presentation about Uber and Airbnb. You know, we are different, but yet we're here to stay, and this is the future. And it took my little tiny brain a really long time to wrap itself around that. Because of where I came from and what I knew. But the new education that I was learning with, you know, keeping up to date, like Jackie said, with probiotics. And, you know, I'm in a different subset of providers. I look at it. I'm not traditional. I really have always been seeking for the root of why things are going awry and why we're having illness. And you know, there's only a certain percentage of providers out there that are even doing that. So I think that's what allowed me to be more open-minded. There's a subset of people out there that are like that. And those that aren't like that, eventually they're going to realize that they missed it. They missed it, but it's okay. They'll get it when it's their time. But I am really crazy about LifeVantage, guys. What I've seen it do for my family. And I'll just do a little tiny share here. So yes, we just laid my father-in-law to rest, and he is still and always was the patriarch of our family. He's a dentist, University of Pennsylvania, and a professor there, and just an amazing religious man as well. But he was on a lot of medications, and I tried to reach out to him with LifeVantage when I found out about it, and it was a little bit too late, but he tried. But it was to the point that his brain was so confused, and he was already on 32 other medications for his heart. And he tried, and he would forget to take it. And even at the very, very end, his gut was messed up. And I truly believe that if his gut would have been a little bit stronger, he'd still be here with us today. And I finally got him to remember every single day to take one of the probios. And guys, I think he got about 8 of them in consistently. And then it was his time. But I wanted to share with you my husband, my amazing husband, who unbelievably has been supportive of LifeVantage since day one, which is, once you meet my husband, it is so atypical for him. He's an accountant, type A plus, Wharton graduate from University of Pennsylvania again, and just, knows how to micromanage his finances. So when I was spending a couple $100 a month on some, vitamins, he was like, okay, because he was taking them. And he couldn't really put his finger on how he was feeling and why it was making him feel better. He's not very good at doing that, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Anyway, what happened over this past 2 weeks with him with all of us laying my father-in-law to rest, and then you have to go through all that estate stuff and closing things down and changing things and blah, blah, blah. My husband, who typically can turn from an amazing human being into a curmudgeon, I don't know if you guys know what a curmudgeon is. It's really not in the vocabulary of LifeVantage people. That's when it's just like, ugh, you get really irritated. And he could initially do that with the snap of a finger if something was going wrong. There was no curmudgeon in my husband, Paul Lavin. And I know that had to be because of something, because what he was dealing with was extraordinary difficulty. And when he went to sit down with my daughter, who's 24, and she studies business as well, and the two of them went to sit at doing my father-in-law's estate closing, I said to my daughter, do you notice something different about your father? She says, yeah. And I said, I'm not going to tell you what that is, but I said, there's a reason. So thank goodness we jumped on NAD, because we had already been on Nerf 1 and Nerf 2 and ProBio and fish oil. But thank God for NAD when it came, because I have to tell you guys, it's really making a huge difference. And that Tri-Synergizer is just what you need to be amazing. Not just average, amazing for your life. I'm so grateful that it was there to help us. It helped my husband, it helped me, it helped our whole family. It was you would think a horrible situation to somebody passes the patriarch of the family, especially over Thanksgiving when everybody's getting together. But honestly, I have to tell you, to be truthful with myself, it was one of the most amazing Thanksgivings I think our family has ever had. And there was a reason for that. We were so open to just being different types of people. We were happy. Our moods were amazing. Our brains were doing work. We weren't shutting down. We weren't turning off. We were opening up. We were experiencing love. So anyway, thank you for listening. I'm sharing it. I can't be quiet about it. It's a big deal.
Well, I'm just really happy for you, beyond happy. And, all of this is just, I think, divine flow. I don't know. But Luann, I just can keep doing what you're doing. And your posts are also inspiring, and, you're adding so much value to people. So thank you. And congratulations.
Yeah, I wouldn't be here without Jackie Shore. I have to tell you, I am a social media idiot, okay? I don't know how to do anything. I'm lucky I could do Facebook when I started with this company. And because Jackie is there for me, I can text her and she sends me things. Like, can you talk? And she's there for me. It's like, she's better than my third mom.
Aww. Jackie, your growth too. Her growth has been incredible as well. And, she copied me on that email she sent out to the team yesterday, and it was just beautiful and so organized, and, giving you everything you need, and acknowledging, recognizing those that are growing their business. And just, Jackie, it's beautiful to watch this growth as well. So yeah. That's awesome. Okay, I'm going to turn it up to Prescott, Arizona, and then we'll go to Canada, okay? So Prescott, Arizona, we have Angel and Isa, and they are taking part in the promotion, the holiday promotion. I know there's a lot going on right now, guys. I know it can sound a little overwhelming, especially during this time of family, but just know, look at Michelle and Sean Poe and all that they are doing. I would feel remiss if I wasn't doing what they have provided for all of us. And you know, the holiday hustle. It's a great opportunity, and I think Angel can address that. A great opportunity for growth and expansion in your business. And it doesn't matter, you know, guys, I got 3 points a day right now, but every single day I'm sending something in and I'm making 5 new contacts. And it's really, you know, it can be a comment on somebody's Facebook page that's new in your life, that hasn't been made it on your list yet. So it's just those types of things. Because of that, I have 2 Zooms today. So, you know, I didn't get a sale from any of this. It's okay. Angel, take it away, because I love what you're doing too. And I know you're such a dog lover and a pet lover. And Angel's in Prescott. She's a massage therapist, a yoga instructor, a pet sitter, and just has a heart of gold, and is really passionate about LifeVantage. So Angel, take it away.
Thank you. What a warm welcome. Yes, as you can see the puppies in the background, I am actively puppy sitting at the moment. And so hopefully we're going to just kind of try to keep this short and sweet, because this is a very busy time for clients to pick up their dogs and drop off their dogs. I know you can't see this little puppy walking in front of me. Anyway, she's all of like 4 pounds. I think when I first started, both Marisa and Isa have just taught, and so have the Pose and everybody else. You know, when an opportunity is offered, or a challenge is offered, or LifeVantage throws out an opportunity for us or a challenge for us, go for it. Even if you fail spectacularly, it gets you focused, it gets you in activity, and you don't know who you're exposing things to. Every day I too have been doing my best to get on the Facebook and posting. I've been doing, so I'm getting my little 3 points there and stuff. Just a little heads up, on line number 4, it says new orders for existing customers or distributors. Those are distributors that you've personally enrolled. So you can't count your own order, but every personally enrolled distributor, if they place an order for one of the specials, you get points for those too. Those are can be a little challenging to track, but I just pay attention. It's totally worth it. Again, and writing down all the exposures. I've just been writing down my 5 a day, but I've been really kicking butt on this. And again, you just don't know who you're exposing to, whether that's an email, a text, a Facebook message. Even when somebody likes your Facebook message, that was an exposure. Doesn't all the training say that in order to get a customer, it takes about 3 to 7 exposures?
Whoops, you're muted. Is that the puppy?
Puppies. Right.
Let's see
that again. Nothing like doing life, right? That's why LifeVantage is perfect for me. I can do it in the nooks and crannies. But the training says that we takes about 3 to 7 exposures to really convince a person, or it clicks in their brain that, wow, this might be good for me. I might want to try this, whether it's the product or the business. And that's all we're doing. They're just giving us these extraordinary opportunities to expose people in a different way that gets us outside of our comfort zone. Social media is not my comfort zone, so this is great, and I'm really getting outside my box, but I'm actually having fun. I'm going to try a live video this week.
Yay!
See how that goes. And so that's my challenge for myself. I challenge everybody else. And again, even if you're just thinking about doing the challenge, or you have any questions on how to do the sheets or print out the sheets or where to find everything, gosh, we're sure here for you. And it just gets the brain thinking and motivating and moved, and it is just fun, and you just don't know if you're going to get lucky or not. So make sure you're checking your existing clients if they order the specials, your existing distributors, and then of course it's pretty easy to track your own new clients and distributors. So just have fun with this. I'm like, I know the Sean Pose teams and the leaders with the Pose teams have done, they put all this effort forth for us. we're worthy. They're worthy of our time and effort. If they made all this effort to come up with all this awesomeness and greatness for us, gosh, please take advantage of this. Honor them in that way. I have to say, I was slightly insulted when I heard that only 19 people on the Pose entire team turned in their holiday hustle papers. And I know it is the holiday, but so what if you got 1 point, no points, 3 points, 200 points? They went to extraordinary lengths and measures over the holiday season to do this for us, and you guys are worth it. So put in the effort, have a little fun, and you just never know, you might win one of those prizes. So anyway, have a delightful rest of your day, guys. So thanks for letting me
And
share.
Angel, can you let us know where we can print those out? Is it off one of the Facebook pages,
It's all
or?
on Vitality Hustle.
It is on Vitality. Okay.
We did a live explaining everything. So everything's on Vitality Hustle.
Thank
There's
you.
actually units. Tanya Sheldon created these. We all added shareables. I was in charge of the hand cream, and then somebody even did better than me with pictures for the hands, the lights. And all of those are on Vitality Hustle. So this is helping us get stronger in social media. The shareables are there. So it's like a library catalog, a card catalog, where we can go grab social media posts and put them on there. And it's just really been very powerful. So, I've gotten out of my comfort zone. Every single day I'm posting something and I'm like, okay, everybody, here it is, world. This is what I'm doing. And then yesterday I added on mine, and I took Michelle's idea. I used maybe a few of her words, but I rewrote it to me, what it was comfortable for me, and just said, shift the mindset. There's massage therapists and yoga instructors and doctors and wellness professionals every single day promoting themselves on social media. We're small business people. So it's allowing us to be home, and it's allowing people to help their children, to save for college, to get out of debt, whatever, right? So I kind of just put it out there. So I'm like, what the hell? Why did let's do it, right? And go big or go home. So anyway.
Lisa, can I just say one thing on that?
Yeah.
So I did the first 2 days, and it felt so good, even though I didn't get any new customers or add to my existing customer orders. I did the first 3 steps both 2 days. And then yesterday, I didn't. I got sidetracked dealing with life. And I don't feel good today because I did that. So I have to let that go and move on and do day 4. But it does feel good to take the action and do it. So I just encourage all of us.
And just double up, Mia, make up for it. Even just send it into them, whether it counts or not. It doesn't matter. It's your own accountability. I mean, this isn't my comfort zone either, you guys. And I'm doing it too. Because, well, number 1, it's the pose. And number 2, this is our business. And, we all have family, and I'm just fitting it in. It's not always convenient, right? But it's not just about me, because, you're reaching people. There's a girl that I've been for 3 years trying to connect with. And finally, she's like, your life looks amazing. Let's talk. She's a school teacher. So today we're going to Zoom at 4. She posted something about her puppy and having an issue about inflammation. And she knows that I've tried to share this with herself before. And I just private messaged her and said, if you're interested, I have something I know that can help your puppy. And then she said, I am interested, and I want to know more what you're doing, and make friends, find people's pain, and offer a solution. Okay. With that, I'm going to turn it up to Canada and Anna and Sveta. And Sveta, just, all of a sudden, Anna and Sveta, show yourself. Anna's in Canada. And this little girl gets around with all of her kids, and it just blows me away. So just kind of, oh good, Lauren just joined too. So Sveta, just kind of take it away and then let Anna and Lauren share. And I'm just so blown away by them and how the burning desire that they have to make this work and what they will do to make this work. Such great teachers. Sveta.
Okay, good morning, guys, and happy belated Thanksgiving to you. Whenever I have a chance to say thank you and express the gratitude, I'm all for it. And if there is a Thanksgiving in India, I will be happy to celebrate Thanksgiving in India. So, and happy upcoming holidays. So it's interesting. It's about Merrill's. So, Merrill's, it's their commitment. It blew me away that these guys jumped in their van and drove to Canada. And of course, it was about the holidays. It wasn't about the holidays. And this is to our proven plan or blueprint, or our actually divine print. When you're ready to connect, that's when you're ready to connect. Lauren has family in Southern Alberta, and we spoke about it probably for the last 3-4 years. Now it came to fruition. But what came to fruition also when Anna and Lauren came with the kids, it was about recharging. In this business, which to me is the hardest endeavor I've ever done in my life, it's much easier to practice medicine. And trust me, as of now, financially, way more rewarding. That's not it. The business is over, the vision is overcoming. So anyway, so the guys ended up here because they needed to recharge as well. They needed to recharge their engines of Life Vantage. And I think what they did, it's interesting what Marisa told today, do it for the pose, sort of. They created the amazing hustle and stuff. I get it. I love my pose. Sean Poe is, you know, is my unofficial boyfriend. Sorry, taken. But the thing is, you know, that's what I have spoken with Anna. Anna always asks me, how did I do? Did I satisfy you? Are you happy with what? And I keep telling her, don't do it for me. You do not do it for me. Guys, do not do it for the pose. You do it for yourself. That's what makes you happy. I love pose. Whatever we do for ourselves feeds their bucket. And that's what happened with Anna. We had so many conversations and connections. And then, guys, what struck me, I haven't seen the kids since Long Beach. And that's when we, against the NAD bottle, don't do it with the children or whatever. The kids are on NAD. I don't know what and how, but I have never seen Caroline the way I have seen Caroline. And I definitely have never seen Harrison talking to me in full sentences, clear. And then I have never seen Lauren to get enlightened and breathe. Unfortunately, it was a bit cold, but we had fun. So I'm so excited that these guys never gave up. This trip was not about volume. This trip was about building relationships. I'm so excited about my Merrills. I love them so dearly. And I don't think that I will ever jump in the truck and drive 30 hours straight. I don't think that's happening. That's a commitment. That's love. Merrills, I love you. Take it on.
We love you, Sveta. So Sveta is right.
Don't cry.
You already have me teary-eyed, so that's okay. So Sveta challenged us about 3 or 4 years ago, even when we first met her. Well, if you have family in Canada, get up to Canada. And this is family that, and Lauren can talk, he's there too. This is family that I've never met. Lauren has a relationship with them from when he was 8 years old. So that's how old that relationship is. His grandma was born and raised, I guess, Mesquite Island. Am I saying that right? It's an island, a small area where not many people know about it. But then they came over to Cardston. And so it's a whole area that his family that was settled. And he has only been up there when he was 8 years old. And so it's been something for 19 years. He talked about we should go over there and see people and meet, you know, great aunts before they pass away and different things. But so when Sveta kind of gave us that challenge about 3 years ago, of course, that was kind of on our radar, but a long way off. And anyway, just jumping forward, we finally decided to do it. We had a week with Thanksgiving and we decided to put all our kids in the car and drive there. And we were planning on doing, it was a whole week. And I do want to thank the Post for setting this plan up in place, because it kind of gave me and Lauren, as we were there for that week building relationships, kind of a challenge, because these aren't reaching out to the same people. I don't know if you can see it. There we go. But those are new people that we met while we were in Canada. So it helped us to really build our database, and some of them are family, but some of them are walking along the river in Johnston Canyon. Oh my gosh, it was beautiful. It was like it was almost like a castle, reminded me of Frozen. Just everything was frozen waterfalls. You know, I can imagine how beautiful it is there in the summer hike. But it was so magical in the wintertime. But everybody was there were so many people there hiking, and I just loved it. We hiked at the top of the Rockies and at the river in the bottom of the canyon. But that's where all these names came from, and the people that we would meet along the trail said the same thing, because everybody was just happy and hiking and in such a good mood. And they were all aiming for the same thing in life, to be happy, to be healthy. And so it was neat. We actually stopped and talked for like even an hour with different people at a time. And they were saying the same thing, that it was meant to be that we met and different things. So like Sveta said, it was just a really hardworking building relationships. So all those are new names, and some of them are from Idaho, Utah, through Montana and Canada, where we met people at gas stations, even just standing and just talking as people were getting energy drinks. So we're excited to continue to follow up with these people. Sveta's an amazing, amazing lady, as you all know, and the more you get to know her, her heart, her kindness. I appreciate her being patient with us, because we're not good at the business part. We're good at building relationships. So one of the things that we did while we were at the hotel, because I really wanted to take this Post challenge, we printed off all our customers, all our distributors, because I knew I was going to be in the car for hours. And I went through every single one of them and contacted them. And we have 250 customers and distributors. And we helped them in the beginning for a reason. There was a reason we helped them. So that's where I want to reach back in and find where we can help these people. And so I reached out. I really worked hard to reach out, to dig deep, and to text or to call individually. Because these people on this list, they weren't just people that we called like sales calls. These were people that I don't know all of them. I maybe know a quarter of them, but it's people that we've met along the way that had a pain, that had something that they needed help with. So my goal is in the next couple weeks through this challenge is to do more than 5 a day. That's what we've been doing, more than 5, because there's a lot of people on this list that need help, especially through the holidays. They're hurting. And it was sad because we had a close person in town just pass away from Lyme disease, and it wasn't the Lyme disease they passed away from. They actually ended up after finding, and it makes me sad how many people are out there in pain. He's a father, and he actually, and it's really sad, but Thanksgiving Day ended his life because he was in so much pain. And he was a good person, a good man. I mean, everybody's good people, but the pain that people are in because of aching and people not recognizing it. So that's kind of a challenge I would say during the holidays, is reach out to people. People didn't know he was suffering in so much pain from this Lyme disease. And it just makes me sad that if we're holding back and not reaching out to love these people, that makes me wonder how many people on this paper are in that much pain and need support. So if we can reach out to them and love them and help them. But Sveta opened our eyes up a lot on this trip, and just her caring and kindness, and yes, telling us not to worry about pleasing others, but to please ourselves. And when you can please yourself, it's in a giving way though, when you please yourself, because you know what your gut feels, you know what your heart is, and you know what you want, how to help people. It's not trying to please other people.
Sweetie, end up on a very, very positive note, please. Talk to us about Stenson. And how Stenson, Stacy's son?
Yes.
That's
what I'm saying.
How skeptic she was and what's happening. So guys, listen to this story.
Okay, so I don't know if Teresa's on or not, but that's part of reaching out and not being afraid of the business part, reaching out and loving people. So Stacy, her son Stetson, she saw that our kids were making great progress. just with their, ADHD, and my kids have their cerebral palsy, but she's been really struggling with her son, who's about my kid's age. And she was hesitant when she put her son on the product, because he wouldn't even swallow pills. He was struggling with that. But she did send a message out just recently saying that she took him to the psychologist, and he was actually having a real conversation with a psychologist for the first time. And they were giving the Protandim the credit because that's the only thing that's been the change. She's seeing more conversation with her son. And it's like my children, they don't look at it as a sugar pill because they don't know any better. But when the kids, my children, Stetson, these kids are actually reminding you that they want to take the stuff because they feel the difference. They see the difference. That's huge. And Sveta is absolutely right with my kids. When she saw him at Long Beach, Harrison's been going through some real traumatic stuff between his stuttering and being nonverbal and losing his hearing and different things. But the NAD is the only thing that we made the change. And to see him speaking full sentences again and to be doing these things and getting our Harrison back and singing songs was incredible. Sveta hit it right on the head when she said that. So it's been really neat to see all these wonderful things happening because of the products. And so I want to help others, continue to help others. So I don't know. I kind of went all over the place, but I am working hard to do the pose challenge for myself, not for the pose, but because we love the pose and want to support them too. They put up a good thing.
Absolutely. Anna, just so beautiful. I want to hear from your husband too, but Anna, thank you for sharing all that, because I think we can relate so much to what you're saying, and we just love you so much, and just keep going, and don't say that you're not good in the business. Don't ever say that again. Okay.
Thank you for a wonderful time and being an example. And thank you. I mean, she just got on the ground and even played with my kids. They have so much respect and just love her.
I know.
And that makes this business so much more fun when it's not just going to work and, doing the thing, but actually seeing people and having family. Because Sveta and Marisa, Sveta's like, you guys are like family to us. And during Thanksgiving, we said, you guys want to go? And it was, I love my family dearly. I'm not saying anything against that, but they really were excited to go see Sveta for their Thanksgiving break. And that, because she's family. And that
almost got me on a roller coaster.
I told her happened. She didn't believe it. Harrison took her by the hand.
Oh, that's so great. Thank you. Hey, Lauren, what you want to say something, and we'll wrap up this call.
Just real briefly, when my wife proposed this going to Canada, over in November, all I'm thinking is, okay, the drive and the cold and the snow, and we ended up driving over 3,900 miles over the last week and a half. And so a lot of miles, and literally once we got up there, most of the, a lot of those miles were on snow and ice. We drove for like 12 hours between Friday and Saturday on nothing but snow and ice trying to get home. It was, and just trying to be careful and be safe. And, my wife's a great example of just connecting with people. A lot of that time when I was driving, she was over there on the phone, just contacting people and just saying how much, how thankful she was for them. How many was it, Anna? Like over 2,000?
Yes.
She guesstimates that she contacted and just, said, thank you for being you. And she spent the whole time, in and out of service and contacting people. And, we do have to remember it's about relationships and just meeting people and just blessing people's lives. And, one of the cool stories I'll just share with you real quick is we took a tram or a gondola up to the top of the Rockies. We're up there. It was freezing cold. It was probably 0 or just a little bit below 0 degrees. And we hiked our kids along this boardwalk, this icy boardwalk. It's probably about a half a mile.
Okay, it was really hard because the boardwalk was lots and lots of stairs. The kids were counting
and stairs. Anyway,
people were looking at us like we were crazy with kids with crutches going across this boardwalk to the top of the mountain.
Anyway, one of the cool stories, we were at the very top, enjoying this view, and how we got everybody together and we kind of asked somebody to take a picture of our family, at the very top. And of course, my wife's like, and I'll take a picture of you guys. It was this younger couple. And the guy hands the phone to my wife. And next thing you know, if you can see this picture here.
I saw that.
If you see this picture here, while my wife's just taking a picture of them at the top, he kneels down and he proposed to her right there.
Is that amazing?
this experience, and she got to take pictures, you know, just to be part of that. You know, we have their numbers. Who knows if anything will ever come of that, you know, just this shared moment of, you know, of their life changing. You know, it was just a lot of fun. And that's what we did, just talk to people and be with people. And who knows who we'll get to bless, or if we bless them for that moment, or if it happened later, who knows. But that was about just making connections and relationships, and, you know, doing our best to be able to share and help people. Whether they want the help or not, that's up to them.
So that's a perfect example of what this card, when I shared at the beginning of the call, joyous growth. Isn't that joyous growth? That is like the best example possible. That's amazing. No matter what comes of it, it doesn't have to have an outcome at all. That is just joyful growth right there. Thank you for sharing that. You guys, what a great call. Anybody else want to add anything else to this call today? And we'll call it a wrap.
Sorry, I got emotional, but it was an emotional week, making all these wonderful connections. And
I think I see Kim LaChapelle emotional too. Hi, beautiful. I know that many people will be going to the Eric Worre event, and you know, people are, I know there's a lot of tickets out there everybody's trying to sell, but you know, just you know, connect with people that are going, and just, I don't know, guys, I love you. Love you. Keep going. Meryl's, you're such a great example. Thank you for inspiring us today. Love you guys so much. Take care. Have a beautiful day, okay?